What is up, folks? This is Ergast, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. Alright, so there's a couple things that I want to do this episode that I've been meaning to do for a while. Alright, so the first thing is go talk to this arrogant, guy.
You need armor? Go ahead. See what I'm offering.
And take a look at the armor sets that he has now, because we've defeated quite a few bosses. Obviously, I can't buy any because I don't have any souls, but I really like this Throne Watcher set, but unfortunately it's just not as good as some of the newer sets. Velstadt's set is really good, but it's super heavy. I wanted to see, and I'm not seeing it. Huh. Now, I wonder why that is. I thought he was the one that sells the set
Are you
from
sure?
the guy that we just killed. Where's Melinda? Oh, there she is. Is she the one that sells it? Or maybe it's oh, I think it's what's his name over in the place. Oh gosh, I'm being so specific right
Lively
now.
times these.
Yeah. Mazerold is who I'm thinking of, and he would be here. Let's go check him out. Because that set's actually pretty good, and it looks pretty awesome. I possibly have enough to buy most of it if I really wanted to. I'll probably just stick with the set, but I still want to go take a look. Now these guys are probably a pushover by now. Oh, and I guess just not spawning at all. I've been through here enough. Are you guys spawning? Yep. I saw that arrow at the last second. Just one hit kill him? Okay, that's fine. I have no problem with that. Hello. You're dead. And is somebody else gonna come down the stairs? No. Okay. I'm cool with that. Hello, Mazerold.
What is that?
Oh yeah, I never did give him the
A
egg.
petrified egg? From the shrine? Fantastic.
What the heck?
My
Sorry.
Fascinating way. I'm begging you.
Okay, you can have it.
Very kind of you. This thing is amazing. Could it be a dragon egg?
Yes.
I feel invigorated just by holding it.
Okay. So we talked a little bit about that in the past, but I never ended up actually giving it to him.
You've quite unusual taste, don't you?
Possibly. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look. Yes, it looks like you can get it here. Alright, so here's Alon's helm, which is actually kind of weird. The armor set, gosh, it's expensive. 24,000 just for the chest piece. Gauntlets and legs, so that's what? Like 20, 44... 50, 60, 75-ish. A little more than that. About 75,000. And, oh nice, we have this set too from the Fume Knight. So that's actually his real name. But yeah, which is also really nice. I think this set's a little heavier. Yeah, this set's a little bit heavier than the other ones. It's not quite a heavy armor set, but it's like a heavy medium set, and this one's more of a medium one. Which I tend to stick to the medium types because I want to be able to still roll, but also have, you know, a decent amount of armor.
Very well. No pre-
Alright, so let's go ahead and head back to the bonfire, and we can do the other thing that I've been putting off for a while and have a huge collection of. And that thing can be found here. The things betwixt. I've been building up a lot of smooth stones, or smooth and silky stones, and petrified some things, and etc, etc. Also, I leveled up quite a bit by killing, what's his name? I talked about in the last episode. Oh gosh. My specifics today are just out the wall. I mean, there's no out the window. There's no accounting for it.
Yes.
Alright. So, we have 8, 18, and 10. Alright, so let's do leave. And you only want to do one at a time. I think I've mentioned this before. Whoops. Come on. It was just a small one, so it's not that big of a deal, but this can get kind of tedious, to be perfectly frank. And you don't want to mix the types that you have on the ground. The first game, Demon's Souls, you could do that, but it's yeah, you're just gonna lose your items if you. All right, so life gem.
Yes.
Lost Undead. Demon's Great Hammer. Twinkling Titanite. Lost Undead. Human Effigy. Petrified Dragon Bone. So you can get some nice stuff, even from the small ones. We can go ahead and take a look at the weapon. I'm not sure if I've shown that to you guys before or not. I don't know that I've actually gotten one. If I can find it. Dragon Tooth.
You. Give it smooth.
Alright, so here's the Great Hammer.
Yes,
and you've seen mobs
it
used it
Saki.
before. It's kind of huge, and it's definitely a strength weapon. As you can see, it starts off with 300 damage, so it's something that you can actually go for fairly early on. But you definitely need to have the stats to be able to wield it. Alright, let's bring it up on this so we can see it a little bit better. Yeah, it takes 50 and it has a modifier of B without, upgrading it any. So it's not the best thing in the world, but it's pretty good. It's probably one of the best strength weapons that you can get. Oh, shush.
Yes, you.
It's one of the best strength weapons you can get without, getting into boss stuff, so. Alright. Let's go ahead and do these right here. And this one's going to take a little bit longer. I wish you could just leave them all at once, which it kind of, shows that you might be able to, but you can't. Unless they changed it recently, with the Scholars of the First Sin, you haven't been able to do that, which is sad. Because this is just kind of silly. Okay. I would do this off camera and just tell you guys what I ended up with, but I know I would leave stuff out, so. Here we will play the clicking game.
Yeah.
Alright, so what do we got? Titanite Chunk.
You. Yes.
Cracked Blue Eye Orb. Dark Night Stone, cool. Another Dark Night Stone. Mundane Stone. Fire Drake Stone, so a lot of upgrade stuff. Poison Stone. Cracked Red Eye Orb. Blue Eye Orb. Soul of Proud Knight. Magic Stone. Oh, actually equipped the weapon. I didn't mean to. Actually, this isn't the Demon's Hammer. It's the one from the Sunken Crown DLC. Divine Blessing. Divine Blessing. Mundane Stone. Channeler's Trident, which actually I like quite a bit. I'll show that to you in a minute, because it's kind of funny. Demon's Great Hammer. Soul of Proud Knight. Alright, so let's go ahead and equip the Trident. Alright, so this one you might recognize from the last game. In that it has a mob that's really annoying. I don't know that I want to use it up here though. I think I need to one-hand it. Oh, no.
You! Give him smooth!
So we can buff our allies
Give
by
us
doing that
Ziggy.
little crazy dance there, but it takes a decent amount of durability off, so you need to watch it. But spears are actually really good weapons to use because you can attack from behind your shield, and they have really good range. And this one spins, which is kind of cool. But yeah. So actually that's one that I like quite a bit, but the durability on it is pretty terrible. So you need to watch that. I think when I was using it, I had 2 of them that I would use,
Give him
and
smooth!
you 2 are getting really annoying.
You!
Alright, let's see, we've got 10 more, so leave. And I can't actually use these, so that's a plus. Leave. Oh, no. No, I don't want to do that. Leave. No. Darn it. And 1 left. Yes. Now what do we get from these?
Yeah!
Channeler's Trident.
You! Yes!
White Ring. Cool. Petrified Dragon Bone. Titanite Slab, which I don't need. I've got tons of those. Demon's Great Hammer. Old Whip. Twinkling Titanite. Great Hammer. Petrified Dragon Bone. I was hoping for more Dragon Bones and Twinkling Titanites, but not really getting them. That's okay though. I got a few more. But some of that stuff I can sell to Gavline and use to upgrade other things, so we've got a decent haul there. That was definitely... I get some better items than I thought I would. Actually, let's just use the feather. From the stuff, the lower upgrade tier. Using a higher upgrade tier doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get the best items. And likewise, using the lowest doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get the lowest tier of items. But what it does mean is that you have a better chance of getting the higher level items the higher you go. Alright, so we need to go to here and to the Ruined Fork Road. And we'll jump into the last DLC. But first I want to show you the stats that I have now. They've changed quite a bit. So going into the new area, this DLC is actually pretty rough. I don't know... Yeah, I'd say it might be harder than the second one, but the second one's still pretty hard. So, you know, I'd say they're about on par, they're just different. So, the stats that I have at the moment, I've got 50 Vigor, 30 Endurance, 30 Vitality, no Attunement, 50 Strength, 30 Dex, 30 Adaptability, 19 Int, and 18 Faith. So those were both at 5, so I've upgraded them quite a lot, and you can see that reflected in my health. My health is actually pretty high at the moment. Now, the reason I started doing Int and Faith is because I wanted to raise my magic defenses. So magic, fire, lightning, dark, etc., etc. Because those were at baseline before. And Int and Faith are the ways that you upgrade those. So I went ahead and I killed the one guy at the end. I know who I'm talking about. I don't know if you guys do, but he's the guy that's down here. So down here with the hidden chamber, he's the big mass massive bodies pretty much just being held together by chains. He's really gross. But he's really quick to get to, so you can easily just farm him over and over. And I got him to... I think I got him to 7. I imagine you probably just saw what it was there. Wasn't there a guy that was over here? Oh, hey. Not cool. I mean, I could have blocked, don't get me wrong, but... Okay, you're dead. Oh, did you? No, okay. I thought you dropped something, but it was just a pool of blood. And, oh, hello. Yeah, that's over. I can kill him with an R1 swing. I didn't need to backstab him. But, whatever. Not a big deal. Alright, now that guy is actually not a ghost. I remember that very clearly. But you're still over there. You gonna ignore me? And actually, the block for this weapon is pretty darn high. Yeah. Let's actually check and see what that is. Block for it is 80% damage reduction, so it's pretty high. So blocking is actually a viable tactic, depending on what you're doing. There are certain boss attacks, of course, that you do not want to block, but that's, you know, with everything, so. Just something to think about. Alrighty, so isn't there a bonfire? No? Oh, maybe it's up there. Actually, I think it is, now that I actually think about it. Open! I don't remember any loot being around here at the bottom, but I just wanted to glance around and check. Alright, yeah, there's the bonfire. I'm actually going to rest at it just to refill my health. No reason not to.
You, approaching the Lamb noise, turn back. The old chaos hungers still.
So, just to mention, I think she's actually the most interesting of the queens. Do we want to go left first? I don't really. I remember this boss being pretty tough.
Arthur is watching. Go back.
Okay, I'll follow your instructions. We'll go right first. Actually, I don't remember what happens if you go left first. But we'll go this way. That's fine. So these bosses, or these, not bosses, these mobs actually act completely differently. That's why I say that it's... Oh, actually, you know what? I kind of need to go left first, don't I? I mean, yeah. But these mobs act a lot more intelligently than even the mobs of the second DLC. They act a lot more intelligently. They'll dodge your attacks and attack when you're not, you know, expecting it. Which I think makes it probably a decent amount more difficult. Yeah, okay. I'll go and die. Oh, we can get the... If we go right first, we can get the ring that allows us to see Ava. So we can go this way. That's fine. It's been a while, and I've only been through this DLC once while I've been through the other DLCs multiple times, so I'm having a hard time remembering, which actually might make for a little bit better viewing experience for you guys. I don't know. I kind of wish I could go back and film my first time through, but, you know, I can't, so... Now these, you don't need to worry about them at the moment, but as soon as you make the trigger, boy, do they cause problems. Actually, backstabbing these guys is a pretty good idea, if you can manage to pull it off. But as you can see, even with my stats, I'm not one-shotting these guys. It's taking a full 2 hits before, you know... Oh, dogs. Oh, I didn't hit the second one. I fully expected I would. I hate dogs. In any of these Souls games, dogs are just the worst. Especially if you have a big slow weapon like this one. Now these aren't the absolute worst because they don't tend to jump out of the way like some dogs do. Oh my gosh, Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls, those dogs were nightmares. They kind of toned them down in Dark Souls 2. Wing Spear plus 7, not bad. I kind of have an affinity for and hate the Wing Spear at the same time because the Wing Spear is the weapon that I started out with in Demon Souls. It was one of the weapons that you start off as first class. Well, the swinging animation that you would get from it is very difficult to use in tight corridors, and they loved inflicting tight corridors on you. So, yeah, it wasn't the best thing ever. And like artificially increased the difficulty. Yeah, you're dead. And my camera angle is pretty terrible at the moment. I don't want those guys to start casting at me like that. I got a lot of life that I can use as a buffer, but at the same time I don't want to just needlessly take damage. So there's a guy right around the corner there that you need to watch out for. And those swords do extend. They act more like chain weapons than they do actual swords. And they can cast, of course, so that's always nice. Okay. There's a guy right there. I think there's one to the left. Yeah, there's one to the left, too. Ow. Oh. He just does not want me behind him. See how, I mean, even with as much life as I have, it adds up really quickly. Alright, so let's get our health back. Okay, there's an item, small blue bird. So that would give us frost defense. Or magic defense. Not actually frost damage. It's really hard to see in this stuff, but it's all part of the experience. And just in case you're wondering, like the other two DLC, I will not be doing the co-op DLC. Mainly because that co-op DLC that's in this one is so frustrating. Because you wander around in a blizzard forever, and the best way to get there takes you, it's annoying. I don't think that this DLC did the co-op stuff very well at all. I think they did it pretty terribly, actually. This is my favorite DLC, but the co-op they just totally missed. I mean, I understand what they tried to go for and with the atmosphere, but it just did not work out very well. Yay, I got the dog. So yeah, don't rush into this room expecting to just plow through everything, because you'll just easily get surrounded. So if you just pull back, make sure that they come at you fairly single file, then you'll be okay. Alright, so there's a guy up there in that little alcove that you need to watch out for. Okay, I rolled a little bit early there. 2. I have to say I kind of miss my dex builds, to be quite quite honest. A strength build can be a lot of fun, but there's not a lot of finesse to it. I mean, you roll around a lot. These guys are really, yeah. He just took off a lot of my health. But there's a lot of finesse in the dex builds that the strength build is just lacking, which, I mean, it makes sense, but I miss it. I wanted to go a build that, I mean, everybody does dex builds because they're simple to do. I mean, strength builds are too, but I don't know. I just always go dex, so I figured I'd go strength this time. Hello. One more. Yep. Alright, good. One of the really good things about this weapon is its length. It stretches on forever. Something that's really cool about the level design about this one is because so much is frozen over right now and won't be unfrozen until later on. It makes it so that there's good reason to come back later and re-explore things, and the level design itself changes when certain events occur that you will discover soon. Okay. Now, can I go along all of this way? There's a lot of bloodstains everywhere. Yeah. This guy's a nasty character, but he's dead, so. That's one of the cool things about the strength build, is that you can just really absolutely destroy, different people. You can stun lock them to death, which you can't in the first DLC, but you can in the others. And that seemed like a total waste. Alright. Now I could jump down here. That's not a really good idea though. Let's keep going this way. And back out here. It's kind of easy to get lost, I'd have to say. Now if you go right here, there's actually a bonfire down there, but unfortunately you can't get back up here without making a long loop around. So I'm going to go around this way. Oh, and I don't think I can actually open this up yet until I unfreeze. Because when I come out here with the torch, I think it just disappears. Okay. So it looks like we do need to go down first. That's fine. Okay, make sure there's nothing else here because there's bloodstains everywhere. Holy cow. I don't know why. Maybe if they're running through and they get caught by something, or they're backing up into here. I think that's what's going on, is they're backing up into there. Now, as you can see there, that wasn't a good time to roll. Holy cow. Yeah, they're backing up into here. That's why they died. Yeah, that's what happened. Oh, man. That guy's pretty rough, I have to say. He does a lot of damage. A lot of damage. I want my health back, thank you. Okay. I really want to backstab you. Yeah, he has that smaller one that's a lot faster, and then he has the huge one that just destroys your health. So he's kind of tough. Now I'm sure some of you are like, okay, so you said this is probably the hardest DLC. You're just kind of laying waste to everything. You died once, but big deal. It's Dark Souls. The difficulty comes in later when you... Oh, whoops. When you get cocky and you think, well, You know, this is a little bit tough. I mean, I can die here, but, you know, it's not that hard. That's when you're gonna start dying. And you're dead. I love how you backstab them and they just spin around and, you know, then they die. Oh, okay. Oh, well that wasn't a backstab, okay. Alright, so I'm gonna go down here first. The reason I want to go down here is because... Is there an item? Oh, it's over there. Okay. It's like, I know there's an item around here somewhere. And I'm going to get it. Alright. Ring of the Embedded. You remember we actually had the key earlier in the vanilla version of the game. So let's check out what the ring does. Alright, so I'm just going to go to the bottom immediately. Alright, we've got Yorg's Ring. Alright, so Ring of the Embedded. Gain surprises, but take increased damage. How about we not? Alright, I also got another ring off camera. I was mixing camera and stamina. That I picked up from Broom Tower. It's at the top. When you put the flaming torch key thingy in its socket, it allows you to go to an elevator that's at the very top of the tower. And you get this one, which reduces stamina loss when blocking with the shield. That one's actually pretty darn good if you're using like a one-handed dex build or maybe a caster build, something like that. It's definitely a good ring to have. Okay. Getting used to running around with having so many souls again. I don't actually have that many. Oh, right. I forgot that you can throw that. Now, this guy isn't too nice, but if you backstab him, he's not that bad. Yeah. It's not usually this easy. I have a lot of stats that I wouldn't otherwise have. Okay, so you have to open it from a different side. And the guy shooting is down there, by the way. I just open the gate. Alright, so the multiplayer area is down here and past that door. Wow, I'm surprised I didn't get hit. But yeah, these guys will come up and not really do a lot of damage to you, but at the same time, if you're fighting this big guy, then that's going to be a problem. I think I don't have the key to this yet. Yeah, it's locked. But you sleep in a coffin, and then you'll write it down into the unknown. I might show you guys that one. It's pretty interesting, but it's just really frustrating. Hey, dude. Backstab. But yeah, that's really the way. These are basically the Black Knights of this game. So you want to backstab. That's just the way that it needs to be done. Ow. That hurt. Alright, so let's heal up, because... Ow. Now, this one I think is really cool, because you can see it's a mimic. And it's frozen in motion, so... Remember that that's a mimic, because you'll chance by it later. Okay. Let's go along this way. Alright, now this area... Is there a way to say nice things about this area? Perhaps not. I don't remember where they are. Okay, one's here. Yeah, I thought one was here. don't know where he is now. Oh, I killed him. Well, it sounded like I killed him. I think he points for it. And he's not the only one. Yeah. Yeah, I can barely see him right there. Hey, dude. And you can't lock onto him. Hey! I think I got parried. Oh, there he is. Okay, good, he's dead. I was like, oh, I can't open that. Yeah, it's frozen. Darn it. Those are Elite Knights. Or Elite Knights? I don't know. They're like upgraded versions of the Elite Knights. So they're not very nice. We'll be finding more of them later. I don't think I go left yet. I think I go right here. Oh, I guess I can't go right here. Okay, so I guess I go left. Or is that a sniper spot? I think that might have been, yeah. Oh, hello. Yeah, I broke your guard. Deal with it. Okay, so this is a shortcut back to the beginning, which is nice. Because it's been a little while since a bonfire. But it doesn't take you anywhere new, so don't worry about it. I guess I could show you. Oh, actually, no, it isn't a shortcut. It just opens up a path that was at the beginning. I was wrong. Like I said, it's been a while. And I've only been through this once, so I'm not positive on everything. Can I get a backstab? Yeah, awesome. Ooh, he's squishy. Should have been crunchy, but he was squishy. That was kind of gross. I can't remember which one of these is the dead end. I think this top one is. Okay, so I'm going to do this instead. So this is an invisible ladder. As if you couldn't tell. But I did remember this. How nice, eh? Aw, that should have been a backstab. Darn you. Oh, it looks like he's hanging from like a hand or something. Hello. Wait a minute. Yeah. Cool. And there are dogs down there, which that's not cool. Okay, good. Couldn't remember if it's a mimic or not. And even if you can remember it's a mimic, you should still test it because they might change it. Splintering Lightning Spear. And that's another reason I started doing my Int and Faith, is because I wanted to show you guys these spells, but I can't. Because I don't have, you know, the ability to do that. Hey, dogs. Yeah, see, there's one right there. And yeah. Don't like... Hey, oh, I hate that. There's no reason I should walk onto the guy that was down there through the floor. Yeah, there's no call for that. Yeah, you're dead. All dogs dead? Yep, you're dead. Okay, good. Human effigy. Minifiggy. And I don't think this actually goes anywhere. I'll see if there's an item up here, though. Oh, hello, dog. I guess all dogs aren't dead. All dogs do go to heaven, though. Soul of a Great Hero. And if you know what that movie is, then awesome. The movie I grew up with, but I don't know, it'd probably be considered like not politically correct enough for kids to watch these days. I won't comment on that, but I'm sure you can take my meaning from my words. My tone of annoyance. Alright, anyway. Keep going down here. And yes, you do fall off of that, but there's nowhere else to go, so it's okay. Just make sure and go up first instead of down first, because if you go down first, then you'll have to backtrack to do stuff you could have already done. So.
Turn away and never look back. No one must ever find that which is sheltered in the Leam Lois.
Interesting, no? Alright, so what we need is this. The Eye of the Priestess. Creepy sounds. Can we open this? Nope. Okay. I didn't think so. So that guy we wouldn't have been able to see beforehand if I am remembering correctly. And I'm pretty darn sure I am. And he has a big hammer, which is not cool. Yeah, you're dead. If you can stun lock them because they're not nice. They will backstab you, they will parry you, they will do all kinds of nasty and horrible things to you. That's an actual person. Alluring Skull, which I never use. Skeptic Spice, which I sometimes use. Enter the Mist. Or is it called Fog in this game? I think it's Mist. Okay, bonfire lit. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and travel back and level up. That way I don't have to worry about my my souls anymore. Or at least for a little while, because the upcoming areas are pretty rough. But I'm also going to get a drink of water, so I will be back in just a moment. Alright folks, so it looks like I've actually run way over, so sorry about that. But I'm going to go ahead and level up real quick, and then we will end the episode. So where do I want to put it? I want to go ahead and put it in Faith, that way we just even it out. I like having nice even numbers. Makes sense to me. 5s are also okay. Multiples of 5. Things that are divisible by 5, they're okay. But yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. It was a bit of a long one. I thought I was running a little bit long, but I didn't think I was running that long. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful day.